All right, guys. So I got record going, and it's just super good to see all your guys' faces. I hope you guys all had a great holiday, a healthy holiday at that. So many cool things. But after this leadership call, I mean, we're doing this a little bit early, but kind of doing our Jumpstart 2015 right now. And plus, it's after the leadership call, so it's a good time to come together. So we're gonna go over a few different things tonight. Whether you are an experienced coach or newer, we have some tips going into the new year and some information about the challenge. So. I'm actually going to stay on the line after this whole thing's done tonight. So if anyone has particular questions that they want to ask or gain clarity on, we'll do that after the recording and go through that. But we'll be doing that and just kind of go over and all that stuff. I'm really excited about it. But more importantly, guys, congrats and thank you for an awesome year. It was so much fun. We did so many cool things together. So many people's lives were changed. And I just, this is Ashley and I's fifth full year in Take Shape for Life. And we just can't get over how much fun we have and the impact we make. It's kind of crazy that we get to be part of this organization. So I want to say congrats and thank you. And also, I mean, there's so many people that, this month we could give props and kudos to. I can name so many people here. But I actually just want to send out a special congrats and thank you to the people that were very diligent during our webinar series over the past 2 months. It's amazing to see. I mean, it's your guys' businesses are killing it right now, and tons of people are getting healthy. And it's no surprise that you guys put in the work to be there and learn your craft, and now you're helping tons of people. So I wanted to say a special congrats to that. Congrats to all the healthy, happy holidays incentive winners. Tons of you guys did that, and actually a few of you guys did the full 25. So that is just incredible. Just shows that there is no bad time of year and everyone wants to get healthy. So again, just want to thank you guys for that. Thank you for the fun times. There's not enough room on this entire page for all the cool pictures I could have put on here, but just want to throw up some of the cool times we had this year. So you guys are all kind of scattered on there and all the fun times we had. So that's where we want to start first. So I am going to jump in to going over a little bit about the Healthy Games. Some of you guys have experience because we did the Thin It to Win It challenge for the first time, and we learned a lot. We had some fun. We lost some weight. We won some money. Lots of people got integrated. So here's a lot of the things that you can know more in detail about the Healthy Games that they went over this on the call tonight, but here's a little bit more in depth. So the games open up on the 1st. That's when your first people can start joining in the event with you. It's great to start early because most people are procrastinators. So most of your people will start on the last day and we'll get in at the 11th hour. One thing to remember and why we're posturing that, it's good to start now, layering now, and getting them in early, because like Terry Miller said on the leadership call tonight, this is a tool to talk to people about joining program. If you're waiting till the 11th and they're getting started on program, they're not going to have their food till a week into the challenge. So this is a tool for you to go out and say, hey, someone you've been wanting to talk to, invite people, plus branding and people just being curious. It's a great way to have a connection piece. I think Patty Glick called it an extra awesome tool in your tool belt. So that's when it starts. You can join in and have people join on the 1st. There's plenty of points to earn in the beginning in the part, and also different things they can do before the actual challenge kicks off to earn points and be engaged. The 6 weeks will start on the 12th. That's when we're going to kick it off. And I did want to put in a little thing in there for those that hosted a room. There will not be any bandwidth issues this time. And just to put your mind at ease, I don't know if anyone ever figured out exactly what that was. It literally was nothing that we could control. So Aaron Benton, our Meltdown Challenge facilitator, he was working around the clock to figure it out and do everything, add extra bandwidth and all this stuff, and spend a lot of money. And it was all about the server that he was using. And you pay that by a third party. And it was literally an algorithm that was typed in wrong. And it was literally a flip of a switch. And then it was good all of a sudden. So in case you guys are wondering, there won't be any lag time on getting signed in like there was last time. Promotional items available. So a lot of you guys last time, we had to create a lot of stuff and, get creative and spend time doing that. And if you want to be creative, I'm all for that. I love people that are being creative, but there's so many things done for you. Like I said, Lindsay, you were one of our resident promotional pieces from your story. You can go to the healthygameschallenge.info, and there's going to be all kinds of videos and promotional pieces that you can just save and post. And if you're not using Hootsuite or Buffer, those are sites you can sign into, and you can schedule your posts ahead of time for your client groups or your personal page. if you're worried about having something extra to do or how much you're posting, you can actually take 20, 30 minutes and have your whole post done for a week ahead of time if you want. So that's something that I've been utilizing. There's a link in the Brash Miller page about that, but that's something I recommend doing, and your resources for some good information. There's also going to be a coach corner that if you do have questions on things that you want to know during the challenge, like different tips of things you should be doing, there's going to be a whole page called Coach's Corner that's going to have info about the challenge. But there's really, I'll get to this in a second, but there's really not much you need to be worried about. Room keys, like they talked about in the leadership call, will be available here shortly. Probably around the December 31st is when we'll get our room keys for those that want to host a room. And as you remember, hosting a room is just as easy as signing up, except you're signing up with the room key link. A lot of people have had questions on who should host a room. And I'm going to generically say that if you are an executive director or higher, you should have your own room. If you're not an executive director, you might want to team up with your support team, just because we found out that 30, 50-ish people in a room are very high level for moving forward and having a good interactive room. So that it's not an exact rule. So if you're moving towards executive director and you want to host your room, by all means, please, we want people that want that. But one thing I think people got distracted on is, although it doesn't take a ton of time, it is an extra responsibility and a time thing that takes you time during the challenge. So you can be a leader in a room even though you're not a team host. Does that make sense? So just because you're not the one that's actually hosting the room doesn't mean that you can't be like a leader and a coach and supporting the people in the room as well, which also that is a benefit if there's a few coaches in a room, because you have more than just one person overseeing and supporting and facilitating that interaction. So if you have questions about that, connect with your support team or Ashley and I. We'd love to connect and help you decide what's right for you. So that's how you can, like they were talking about on the leadership call, you might want to do that. There is going to be an email sent out, but if you guys would do Ashley and I a favor, send us an email or a Facebook message copied with your support team if we're not your exact direct support team, that if you want a room, that way we can ensure that we'll have a master list and you guys will get your keys right away. Just shoot us a quick email and say, hey, I want to have a room. Or if you're one of the people that are like, I don't know if I want to have a room, between us or your support team, we'll get it figured out. But here's the last thing I want to spend some time on this. And they actually said it beautifully on the leadership call, is this is a tool to reach out to people and ask and start the process of connecting with them. Because we all have those people in our life, they're like, man, I would really like to talk to them about what I'm doing, but how do I just start that out of the blue? I hope they ask me. So this is a tool for you to invite them and strike up that conversation. Because there was a good amount of people that just because we're learning a new format. This is something that's fun in addition to what we do. And they spent a lot of time becoming challenge coaches. And like Terry Miller said, about 85-90% of your room, should be on program clients. I mean, there's going to be a few people that, you may are dripping on or, whatever, this, that, and the other, or maybe a coach candidate that, is already ultra healthy. But majority of them should already have been talked to about program. There was a few people that had a majority of people in their room not on program, and they spent a lot of time and energy, and none of them actually became clients. So I just want to recap that with you. This is a tool for you to reach out and get a conversation started and bring people in. Talk with past clients, potential clients, following up with the people that have expressed interest. I think, Denise, you went through and messaged pretty much almost everyone that not only have commented on your post over the last few weeks, but people that have liked it as well. And we were talking before the call, you've been extremely busy today because people want to get healthy. So that's a little bit of information how to run with that. And again, feel free to send us an email, or please send us an email if you would like a room so we can make sure you get the link right away and get that set up. Here's what I'm really excited about. They alluded to it a little bit about on the call, but we saw how much fun the last challenge was and the prizes. We've spent a lot of time and a lot of hours making the prizes even a little bit more fun. I mean, we all won ourselves who won the challenge, so that was great to have some money in our pockets. Congrats. And Bobby and Mike, you guys almost had the top winning challenge team with the most points. So this time you're going to be liking one of the first points is everyone who wins, like normal, will split the pot. So just like normal, you hit your goal, maintain or lose 6% and get the points, you split the pot, which was awesome. I think it was like $47 this last time. So awesome for us, awesome for our clients. There will also be team prizes. Instead of just one $1,000 prize, there's going to be 5 top finishing prizes. So there'll be a $2,000 for the top team, 1,000 or 1,000 for the second and third place, and 500 and 500 for the fourth and fifth place. So this is teams that have the highest average of points for their team. So that's pretty cool. Gets people engaged. There's also, for you competitors out there, there's top point finishers per week. I can't remember the exact dollar amount, but they made it so that basically everyone who gets 100% of their points per week will win a prize, and they'll split it. And it's going to be a substantial amount so that it's not like $1 per winner. It's actually going to be a pretty significant amount, like probably end up being between $5 and $20 if you win each week, which is cool. It incentivizes people to do their best every single week. And if you by chance find yourself in a format or have a client that's in a format that they may not hit their goal or may not get enough points, they can still be winners along the way. So even your people will stay dialed in till the very end. There's going to be random picture post winners. So each week, Craig Blanchett and myself have actually come up with content each week. So there'll be healthy mind, there'll be healthy eating, there'll be healthy movement. And there's also a little bit about paying it forward. Each week has kind of a theme. And each week they'll come up with something that people can post into the challenge just randomly. Like, it's just part of a fun incentive. And they will randomly pick winners who have the most fun or interesting post. And they'll win $100. So just like I know a lot of you guys won a golden ticket at convention this year for like hashtagging and posting. It's the same thing. It's just random fun, and it integrates people for doing what they already have fun doing. So that's another fun thing. Lastly, and this is a really cool one as well, health transformations. At the very end, people can submit their story, which I believe it's going to be, they're going to finalize it here shortly, but it's going to be like a 60-second video that they can do that just basically talks about their journey, how it's transformed, and what this challenge has done for them. There's going to be top 5 winners of $500, and we'll win. The top 5 people that selected will win $500. So there's tons of ways to win and incentivize your clients for getting integrated and enjoying this process. On top of that, there will be 50 people selected just that submit their story at the end that will just win $50 at random on top of who had the top 5 transformations, which are extremely cool because going forward in the next challenges, you will be able to utilize these stories to help inspire people to get healthy with us. So pretty cool. Like Lindsay, imagine if you had your story that if you wanted to share it, you would have that be able to share with people what this challenge did you and what this program has done for you. It's pretty cool. Then here's the last little piece of the puzzle is there will be a $100 coach scholarship awarded. So any one of your clients that are coming along, getting more integrated and want to become coaches, there's going to be a $100 scholarship. Denise, I'm just mentioning you because you're on the screen right now for me. How many people did you wish were in the challenge because they were coach candidates and this would have been a very big thing for them? So another reason strategically to utilize this challenge for integration and the coach candidates. Additionally, here's the last piece, and this is pretty much the last of the information, is there will be some client scholarships, but there's going to be very little of them, and they're going to be at the end of the challenge. There's going to be very little money set aside for this because we wanted a lot of people to have fun and be winning. But really, there should be a very low amount of people that are in this challenge that aren't on our program. So a lot of people got people into the last challenge on the hopes that they would say yes to becoming on program. But that's our job. That's our job to talk to people and help them get going. That's about the questions. And Denise is actually going to cover a little bit of that here in a second. So there will be some client scholarships at the end, but don't wait for them. And they might go fast and there might not be much of it. So I just want to let you guys know that they would be available, but just mentally set yourself up on how the participants in the challenge should be. So yes, so that's the challenge, which I'm pretty excited about. I hope you guys are too. If you guys haven't participated yet, you're going to see very shortly. For those that did join, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, how much fun it's going to be. So that's the information. So the biggest thing, like they were talking about tonight, is make your game plan on what you want to do this year based on what your SMART goals are. And then once you have it, then you'll know how to utilize the challenge best to your ability. Like for myself, I'm going through to my past clients, my current clients, and people that I want to become coaches that have not joined me yet on plan. And those are the people I'm focusing first because that meets my goals. And those are the people I want in my challenge. It builds my business. It gets my clients integrated. And it helps me have a talking point for all the people that I really want to help with our program. So it makes it really easy to know where to focus my time. You'll have to ask yourself exactly what you want to be doing, but those are the great tools. And that's why we do it. So that's the challenge. And I hope you guys are excited about it. I know I am. I'll stay again, like I said, I'll stay on afterwards to answer any individual questions you guys might have. But here's the next few things that we want to cover, as we have just a couple more topics to cover because we're keeping this call kind of short tonight. Is Ashley and mine personal challenge to all of you guys is make some personal goals for yourself for this challenge. And don't wait till the challenge to start them. Start them January 1st. If you already haven't started them yourself, I know many of you guys are already way ahead of me on this. And props, I want to, Gina Schnabel's picking up her mom at the airport, but you've been doing amazing. So many of you also want to give some additional props there. But here's the thing, because our business has never changed. And what we do is actually very powerful, but very simple. And I put this little thing here at the bottom because it's truly what it's about, is we place our oxygen mask on ourselves first, and then we help others who need assistance. So putting our oxygen mask on ourselves first, getting it fired up about our health makes it very authentically easy to reach out and help others. And I can tell you, when you're on fire and moving in your health, whether you are moving forward to a lower weight you've never been, or maintained and been living optimal health for a long time, but then you take it to another level using our system, it just makes it so easy to talk to people. People can see that spark in you that you are moving forward, and it vacuums people into your world, and they just want to know what you're doing. So that's my thing to you. There's also an incentive that Ashley and I want to put out. I'll get it to you here at the very end. But that's our challenge to you. What do you guys want to do with your genuine? What's going to be different for you in 2015 with your health journey? And moreover, that's just why I'm excited to be part of this amazing, this amazing organization. Besides the purpose we get to have, besides the income that we make, besides the ability to revolve our life around what matters most. I've just never been part of a community or a job, for that instance, where it encouraged us to be healthy and be moving forward. It's just a powerful thing. So oxygen mask on ourselves, because we put it on ourselves first, help others, and then we help others help others. That's how it's done. That's our personal challenge to you guys. Super regional events. They talked about it on the call tonight. So this is just a recap so you have the information here. All this information is available at tsflcoachconnection.com. The Portland Super Regional, I've been messaging with a lot of you guys today. I am so stoked. We're doing our 3rd annual red carpet party on Saturday night. So come prepared, have some energy infusers ready, because we're just going to have another fun night. The Friday event will be for executive directors and above. And then all of Saturday will be, the beginning part will be exploring Take Shape for Life and with Dr. A and Dan, and then coach training throughout the day. Mark your calendars. If you are not in this area, please come join us. If you aren't in this area and you're too far to travel, or you join another super regional, invite anyone that's in the area to this. The next one will be on January 14th in Phoenix on Wednesday evening. A lot of people haven't caught that. 3 to 6 will be the coach training. Looking forward to seeing many of you down there in Phoenix. Missed the Phoenix crew. Definitely missed the warmth too. And then 7 to 8:30 will be Discovering Take Shape for Life with Dr. A. The last thing there is we always do an after party. So we are actually have a local health coach of ours there, extraordinaire, Jeffrey Hattrick. He's works at the Ritz, and he actually is going to sponsor or have an event set up for us at the Ritz. So that's where we're going to be at. So if you're in Phoenix, come join us, come learn, bring people, and come have fun afterwards. January 16th and 17th will be the Super Regional in San Diego. Friday night's going to be about discovering Take Shape for Life and exploring health coaching. Good for clients, good for pre-coaches. And then Saturday will be the training. We will also do another after party there, to be determined. I got to talk with all you guys down there and figure out where the best place to go. And then actually there's going to be follow events in almost every location in February. So just have that marked in your calendar. I think we have one planned. I've been talking with David and Terry about doing one in Portland on the 7th. Of February. So have that plan, have your follow-up plan. All the people that get plugged in the new year, there'll be a second event to follow up to. So those are the events. This is the main thing I wanted to get to. And guys, this is why I get really excited for this time of year for multiple reasons. So whether you're a new coach, it's great if you're a new coach. It's great if you're an experienced coach. This year, this will be Ashley and I's 5th new year after having an executive director and above business. The great part about this is one, over 50% of the American population want to do something in the form of a diet in the new year. Did you guys know that? So there's never been better odds that you're going to bump into someone that needs what you have. The question is, are you opening your mouth? The next thing is for those that are experienced coaches, this is a time where basically I go through my client folder. I go through all my past clients, and I organize all the people so to the right here, there's a pre-client list. I go through all my pre-clients, people that I want to be on program, because that's exactly how we get started. We list the people that we know could use this and that we're going to inspire to get healthy. But I also take my current clients and my past clients, and I ask myself, who am I getting engaged? This challenge makes it extremely simple. So if you are here sitting, let's go both scenarios. If you're a new coach, now you have a reason to talk to all of them and get them going. You have a reason to kick off your business. If you're an experienced coach, you have a reason to engage people, whether they're new, current, or past clients, wherever they're at. So it's a really good time to basically do winter cleaning on your client folder. And this is a cool thing you get to ask yourself. And actually, if you have a piece of paper, which I would suggest you have, these are the 3 questions that I would recommend writing down right now, because this is really what it boils down to. And here's another thing that I thought was very interesting. Terry and David did a Zoom call. They do a Zoom call with their leaders once a week. For those that don't know, David and Terry Miller, they're part of our support team. They also happen to be my parents. Lucky me. It is lucky me. They're awesome. But they actually did some stats, and I believe it was, they looked over their entire organization and who sends them goals and keeps them apprised of what they're working on in their organization. And I believe they said 92% of them were a national director and above. So there's something to pay attention to there, that if you have goals, your support team wants to know them so they can partner with you on that. So that's just an additional tip that I have for you. But these are the 3 things that I would ask you, that I'm asking myself and would encourage you guys to ask is, 1, what do I want to create this year? You are so much more likely to achieve whatever it is you want if you write down what they are and visualize it. That way you can, again, focus your energy on what's going to get you there. Number 2 is some of us are full-time, some of us are part-time. Some of us are also full-time parents in the process too. I'm realizing how much time that takes and how awesome it is these days. I truly understand it now. But how do you want your schedule and the flow of your week to work? You get to revolve your life around what matters most with this business. Don't just leave it to something that happens, because everything will just get fluttered up and end up, at the tail end. So ask yourself how your business week wants to flow and how you're going to spend your energy. And then the next thing is, this is the biggest question I ask myself every new year. What do I want my client group to look like? Beyond I want to help people, but what do I want them to look like? Do I want them to be fun? Do I want them to be energetic? Do I want to be dragging them, or do I want them to be passionate about their own health? I mean, yes, it takes time and integration, but I have the end result in mind of what I want. I'm picturing my clients. I'm picturing my client support group, and I'm picturing my challenge team, and I'm asking myself, who am I focusing on? Because that'll help you zoom in on your pre-client list and say, who am I reaching out to? I want to partner with this person. It makes the connection a little bit stronger. So those are the 3 questions that I would encourage you guys to ask yourself, because I'm asking myself. The next thing is, this is the top tip I have right now, is in the next few days, most of you that a few people on my screen right now that I can see have already done this. So congrats to you. Go through your entire client folder and organize who needs a revamp, because we're coming off the holidays. Even your probably most on-purpose clients probably took a little bit of a lull over the Christmas break, is a planned one at that most likely. We have the challenge going into the new year. It's a great time to reformulate goals with them, get them on track and get them in sequence. You can essentially build the exact business you want, whether you're a new coach or an experienced coach, starting right now. So the question is what do you want to create? And that's what I would encourage you guys to do. Take all of those people. If they're current clients, you just set them up with a new with their folder and get them all lined up. Get your client tracking folder all set up. And the other ones, mark down there on this client tracking sheet. Again, if you haven't printed this off, it's in the Brash Miller support page under the files section. And that way, this is how simple it is. Because you're asking, who should I talk to about this program? Who are my next clients going to be? Who's going to be in my challenge? They're all on that list. And you can literally go through. And if you have that list of potential, past, and people you haven't talked to and want to talk to, that's your list of people that you want to invite to this challenge. Let them know what you are doing and share with them our program. It's that simple. That's how easy it is. So I'm training this too, because I see some new coaches on the line. That's exactly where to be spending your time right now. And that's the really fun thing too, because you get to start fresh. So that's what I have for you guys right now. And there's really no more important time right now to be bulletproof, on fire, and be asking the right questions. And sometimes, we can assume that people don't want to do something with their health, but that's where world changers come in. And like many of you, but I was actually having a conversation with Denise last week, and this is something that I wanted to share about, because there is an art in asking questions, because it is exciting to share with people about health and be passionate. But sorry, I got a text message. I got distracted for a second. But there is an art to being able to ask those extra questions that really connect you with someone and help you come alongside. So that's what actually Denise is going to share with you tonight, a tip on that. So Denise, do you have a second to come on?
Yep. I'm pretty busy here. It's a great season. I love this, Brad. Thanks for asking me to share. What I wanted to talk about was the scary questions, I kind of call them. The questions that when someone says, well, I want to wait till the next paycheck. I want to save up money. I'm not ready right now, or my car needs to be fixed, or my dog needs this. Do we say okay and walk away? That's what I did. But I hear Sharon Moser saying, don't forget the people. Don't give up on them. Don't forget them. So I got to find out, what is their fear? What is it that they're really telling me? And it goes back to, Brad, how you've taught us about the art of asking questions. Am I asking enough questions to find out with them what's really important? Going back to that why and asking the questions. They're always different, but I really truly listen to them. But then I'll say, do you want to be 10 pounds heavier in the next month? Say they want to wait till the end of January. And I found out this gal really did want that. But she was telling me her card needed to be fixed. And I kept hearing all these excuses. And I'm thinking, but she just told me how badly she wants to do this. So I had to ask more questions and truly listen to what she was saying. And that's what I'm finding with a lot of my clients right now. And people are telling me they want to wait. They wanted to start in January. Then they want to wait and start in the 15th. What is their true fear? And that's where going back to how we've been trained and asking those questions and having green light thinking. Not that, oh, if I ask this, they're not going to want to do it. Or if I ask, well, they don't want to do it. Or they don't want me to call them. I've already called them 5 times. Well, what if they pick up that call on the 6th call and you're saving their life? This program saves lives. And I get pretty passionate about it. And like Brad said, I spent an hour and a half. I was at Robin Kurtz's house the other night, and I just Facebook messaged everybody that had liked me. Hey, thanks for liking my picture. If you know anybody looking to change their health in 2015, please let me know. I had 5 appointments the next day. I've been signing up clients. I've been making phone calls. People need our program, and it does change lives. I've got someone telling me that they're doing this program and working for this company and doing that, but they're not changing lives like we are. So we really need to think outside of the box, push ourselves when we're tired. Yeah, we get tired, but remember that we're saving lives with this stuff and thinking with that green light thinking. If I was to stop every time I thought, well, they're going to hit me if I call them again, I wouldn't be picking up the phone. Just make that call, because what I'm hearing is, thanks for not giving up on me. Thank you for your support, not giving up on me. I do want to do this, Denise. But I do make an appointment when I'm going to call them back again. I don't get off that phone call without making that date. Okay, can I call you tomorrow? Can I call you in 2 days? How about if I follow up? And I do, to show them that I care. Because if I care that much when I'm following up, I'll care that much when they're on the program. So when you have a heart to help others, you'll get past the excuses. And that's really where it's at, Brad.
Denise, that was so good. So I think I know I had a fear about that in the beginning, and still to this day catch myself that I need to make sure I have a fourth thought in my mind. So always having that next question ready. Like if you get that question and asking that next question, like I think you even said that you were at church and you were talking to someone who you also know with a mutual coach, and that person's going to start with that coach, but you also care about this person and you were encouraging them. And at first brush, it would be easy to say, oh, I think this person wants to wait. I don't know if they're ready. But what did you do that really took it to that next level? Because you just asked one more question instead of saying, oh, okay, cool.
Right. And I could have just said, okay, cool. Walk away. Call me when you're ready. How many times have I said, call me when you're ready, or let me know? No. A lot of them say to me, what's the next step? And that's basically what she said. What's my next step? I mean, I could lose 10 pounds in that month that I'm saving the money. And I just asked her, how are you going to eat? What food are you going to buy before then? Because these are just groceries. I let her, what Kim Fisk calls dreamweave. I let her see what was possible. And I wasn't saying anything different from that other coach, but then she's ready to go.
Yeah, because you asked the additional question, and you also cared about it. Because here's the other additional thing. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's really the key thing there. So I think going into the season, the other thing that I would just leave you with is, one, have your list ready. Do spring cleaning. If you're an experienced coach, start fresh. You get to create whatever you want this year. It's up to you, and that's the beauty of a new year. Knowing what you want to accomplish, what it's going to look like, and doing that. But have that next question ready, because you know what? When I have gone through seasons where I didn't have the next question ready, I did say a lot of, okay, cool, and walked away. But when you're ready, you're going to ask that next question, and people are going to know that you authentically care, and it's going to explore that conversation. Because here's the thing that I always say is that, and I always have to repeat it back to myself, is that, wait, I just forgot what it is. Anyone else get baby brain? I do. But what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I'm going blank already. That's what lack sleep does. But essentially, I'm glad you guys are all enjoying this while I'm stumbling over here. This is hilarious to see you guys all laughing at me. Denise, help me out here. What was I saying? This is important. What were we just talking about?
Something that you were going to repeat back to yourself when you're scared about asking that next question, or you just want to walk away and say, okay, good.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Denise. See, that's why I keep you around. Well, one, I love you, but also because you keep me on track. There's a million reasons not to do something about your health. The dog will eat your homework. The baby will be crying. There's this, that, and the other. What are you doing to help other people say yes to health? Because someone at some point didn't let you make an excuse. And it's not that they were pushy. It's not that they, wanted something from you. They just knew what you did ultimately want, and they stood by you, and they were there to help you when you were ready. So remember that. We're world changers, and it's that extra question that we go into the season with that'll be really important. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the last little bit here, but this is the thing I want to leave you guys with. This is generically the best information I can give you at this time, because every individual plan, like we were talking about, have your own game plan. We're going into this holiday season, but if you're and you want to have your own plan, but if you're doing 10 things a day to move your business forward, to connect with people, that is powerful. And this business is built on a lot of little tiny connections, on a lot of little caring. So if you're wondering what I should be doing, one, get everyone in your challenge, focus on the people, ask yourself how many people you want to start, and then go from there. But if you can set a pace for 10 things a day, that's a pretty world-changing pace. And that's as little as you need to know to make a big difference. So I'm going to actually share my screen and finish up here real quick. Thank you, Denise. That was awesome. This is the January drawing that I wanted to share with you guys, Ashley and I did. So we had so much fun with the healthy holiday incentive, and you guys did amazing on that we wanted to make some fun in this new year. So Ashley and I are going to do a $100 drawing, 5 of them. So 5 winners. There will be 5 winners for doing all the things that you want to be doing anyways this year, and that's going to grow your business and help getting people get healthy, because it's all about putting the oxygen mask on ourselves, then helping others, and helping others help others. So this is how simple it is. You'll get 1 point for setting and completing a personal health goal in January. So whatever it is, just something for your health, whatever it is for you. 1 point for bringing on 5 clients in January. So these are all, we're going to have a drawing, and these will all get you 1 point in the bucket for a drawing. It's the more things you do, the more odds you have of winning. And we're also not going to cap it. If you did a ton of work, you can win as many, and your name gets called 3 times, you'll win $300. So we're not going to cap anyone for doing extra work. We love people that do extra work. But we also want to give everyone a chance to do this too. There will be 1 point additionally if you do it by the 15th, because don't wait till the last part of the month to do to help people. Do it now. Reach out to them. You'll also get 1 point for every additional client after your first 5. So you start, you get 7 clients. That's 3 names in the bucket right there. Then 1 point for a new coach you bring on in January, and 1 additional point if you help them earn their cap. So we're already having so much fun, and we have the challenge coming up and all these things. We just want to provide a little extra fun game as we kick off this new year. So I'm trying to think. That's pretty much everything I have. I'm going to stay on real quick, but this basically wraps up this meeting. And thanks for being on. It's so good to see all your faces. But this is going to be an amazing year. Cheers to an amazing 2015. Thank you for the awesome 2014. And let's let this motto this year be about being consistent, having fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing this wrong. and being on purpose towards what we want to create. And I want to remind you guys all that a river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Because I've always loved this, that Becca Tinter says this: one well taken care of client can change someone's life drastically, but it can also lead to an endless possibility of connection for your business. So with that, I'm going to leave this off. We got a few years before we kick off the new year. Be connecting, be on purpose. Your main goal is to be connecting right now. Invite to the challenge and be signing people up. It's a smorgasbord if you're out there actually talking with people. So unless you're in a cave, let's go get people healthy. So thanks for being on tonight, guys. It's so good to see your faces. I'm just looking so forward to seeing you guys. For many of you, it's been way too long since I've seen you. And we'll see the first batch of you guys here in a couple weeks. And I'll stay on here to ask a few more questions. But thank you guys for being on tonight.
Thanks, Brad.